Hi, everyone. So after our meeting this morning and just talking briefly about coding and the hour of code, I wanted to dive into it more with this quick little video just to give you guys more information. So feel free to watch this at your own pace. But why code? That's an amazing question. I always want to make sure that I focus on the why of why some of these things are important. So coding for me, I didn't even know it was called coding when I was a kid. I just figured it out and started teaching myself it when I was 12 years old. I didn't even know what it was called, but I was absolutely enamored with just diving into figuring out how problem solving works on that end. So there's so many benefits for it. If you have never heard of Hour of Code, Hour of Code is a 1-hour tutorial designed for all ages, and it's in over 45 languages. There's millions of students and teachers in over 180 countries that do Hour of Code. So like I kind of said earlier, some schools decide to do Hour of Code all the same time, all the same day. With our schedule, we kind of decided that you just choose the hour that works best for you next week, starting at December 5th. So whatever works best for you. And also, don't feel like you have to do it all the hour at once. I know sometimes with our schedules, that's not possible. So even if you work with a small group and a few kids start doing it, and then they can kind of teach a few others how to get started, whatever works best for you, or even have a few kids do it at a time throughout the day, it doesn't really matter. It's just the experience is really what I want to hit home. So whatever works for you is totally fine. So go to code.org/learn, and there you can see tutorials, different programs that you can try out just to sample. You can register to make it official that you're doing the Hour of Code, and it kind of gives you like a step-by-step glance of really anything you want to learn about this. So what I love about the Hour of Code website is there's filters. So there's different grades that you can filter by, your educator experience, if you want to try it first, student experience, and whatever else you want to click. So usually the grades and the student experience is kind of like the ones that I mess around with. So it kind of gives you an idea of what does this look like for kids before I send it out, and do I want to open this up and have them just try a few? Do I want to open this up as far as which they get to choose which ones they get to do? So it kind of gives you an idea of what works best for your kiddos. So the benefits of coding, which is so important, which I think is so important to talk about. So coding is literacy. It really is a new way, and it's not even new, but it's a different way to think of reading/writing. And it builds problem solving skills. Like I said, when I was younger and I did this and I taught myself HTML, I learned how to problem solve on the computer all myself. And it was an amazing thrill, and it still is for me today, to know that I am capable and that kids and whoever it is capable of doing such things. And in the process, it increases technical skills and awareness. And it also leads to just computer programming. Once you start coding, you think of other things that you could potentially do, and it just builds on different ideas that you have in your head and dreams that you have. So it also gives many kids, like myself as a kid, a different way to express my ideas. So it gives you a way, and kids, a way to think about how do I express it, in what order, and what does that look like that's different from the traditional reading and writing scenarios. And the interest, or maybe kids can figure out that they're not interested in coding, which is totally fine. But either way, that can lead to how they decide their future careers or even hobbies that they have now, which is awesome. And so Hour of Code is just one of the many coding options. So although you can do Hour of Code, don't feel like you are stuck to that website. There's tons of other coding opportunities out there, and I'm going to talk to you about some of them, not all of them, because that would be a very long video. So here are some iPad apps that I think are appropriate K through 2, and maybe even beyond, depending on the learners and where they're at. So this is definitely, though, I feel like great for very beginners, younger kiddos. So there's Hopscotch, Code Blast. Lori Williams loves Code Blast, so thanks for that recommendation. Daisy the Dinosaur, Codable, Lego Mindstorm, Fix the Factory, and Scratch Junior. So these are all iPad only. So if you need this on your iPad, Bill's the one that has the rights to add that to your iPad, so feel free to ask him, and he will get that situated for you. Also, I have my hands on 5 iPads that I am putting as many of these apps as I can onto it. So if you would prefer just me to even work with a few of your kids and to teach them how to do it and they can teach others, let me know and I can push into your room that week and help out as best as I can. Also, for the advanced coding user, there is codecombat.org. So this is a different way to look at it, and it's really easy for them to sign in with their Google account. So it is so easy for you as the teacher. But this is definitely for kids who have done it before and kids who are more advanced and used to the process. But definitely take a look at that too. It's pretty cool. If you have any other questions or you want me to push in, or if you want a student expert on coding throughout the building to come in your classroom at the time that you do this, let me know and I can collaborate with you guys to make sure that that happens and to make this as fun, seamless, and just a great process for you, because I always think of it as just an opportunity, and whether it's an hour, whether you're just able to fit in 30 minutes, it's really all about the experience. So give it a shot. If you have any other questions, let me know. All right, thanks guys. Bye.